What's up, y'all? It's your boy Goggles. So, as you all know, that Chris Paul and the Rockets, he's going to the Rockets. Clippers traded. They bought out his contract, and he's now going to play with James Harden and the Rockets. In my opinion, this is not a great trade. I don't feel like this is putting them in a better position to beat the Warriors. Mainly because you lost to a Spurs team. Not only did you lose, you lost, to a great margin against a Spurs team that didn't have Tony Parker really. I think he got hurt in the series. This is not going to give him a better chance of beating the Warriors. You can't even beat the Warriors. You had Patrick Beverly, a great point guard. I feel like if you had Chris Paul and Patrick Beverly, this might help them. And then you lost Lou Williams, your sixth man of the year, your finalist for the sixth man of the year. What are you saying that you're gonna beat the Warriors? No, you cannot. In my opinion, the Spurs have the best opportunity right now. Even when with Kawhi not there, they still gave the Warriors gave them they swept them, but still the game one, the Spurs are up by 25. If Kawhi Leonard does not get hurt, that series goes at least 6 games, I believe. At least 6 games, and if it goes 5 games, it's a tough 5 games for the Warriors. As you saw, the Spurs were still hanging with the Warriors. I mean, even though the Warriors kind of blew them out, it was later on in the game that they had to do that. It wasn't just then and there, because Greg Popovich is just a great coach, and that's the thing. Chris Paul, you would have been playing with Greg Popovich, one of the best coaches, arguably one of the best coaches ever in NBA basketball history. What else? I mean, can you ask for out of this? If you playing with the Spurs, you have Kawhi Leonard, Greg Popovich. Like I said, Greg Popovich is a great coach. LaMarcus Aldridge, more than likely he's going to stay, to play with them, with the addition of Chris Paul. So what more? I mean, do you want? I mean, you do have with the Rockets. You do have James Harden, which was a MVP finalist, but. You're playing with an MVP, but he's somebody that wants the ball. That's what you want. Chris Paul wants the ball, and the system that Mike D'Antoni was having, that he had for James Harden to work with, was amazing for James Harden. It was the reason more. It played in the fact that James Harden was an MVP because they shot threes. And he penetrates and you kick it out, boom, a wide open three. In my opinion, Chris Paul is not accustomed to just shooting threes. He's more accustomed to, having a big man down low, going off pick and rolls, and I don't believe that Chris Paul has those, type players that he'll be playing with. You got Ryan Anderson and Clint Capella. I guess Clint Capella, but you need people that can shoot threes. Ryan Anderson can shoot threes, but he's not like a pick and roll player, pick and pop type player. He can, but that's not his that's not what he just does all the time. It's more Clint Capella in the pick and rolls. But this is not, like I said, this is not very beneficial for the Rockets in order to beat the Warriors. The Spurs were going to beat the Rockets again. The Spurs killed the Rockets in the Western Conference semifinals. So I mean, it didn't, and it's not like it was a close game. Those games, James Harden flopped, whatever you want to call it. Choked, anything. I don't know what was wrong with him that last game. He didn't take any shots for real. But Paul George, Chris Paul was hoping. I heard that Chris Paul was hoping that Paul George was going to come play with the Rockets. No, he is not. No, he is. I wouldn't want to go play with that team. Even if I was LeBron, I wouldn't go play with that team. Paul George just probably needs to stay and just when his free agency time comes around, to pick the team he wants to play with, he might as well go to the Lakers. The Lakers have something great going for him. Lonzo Ball, a player that he's a leader, a floor general type player. Doesn't want to shoot, but he wants to shoot, but he scores when he needs to score, and is a great offensive, as far floor general, like I said, point guard that can make stuff happen without even doing anything really, besides just being smooth, playing with the flow like Steve Nash type player. And they compared him to Jason Kidd, but Steve Nash was one of those players where he could make a pass, he could do everything, but when he made a shot, they were tough, and they were like, wow, this guy, what can we do to stop him? Because he was so accurate, he was so efficient shooting the ball, scoring the ball, and whatever he did, he always made an impact somehow, some way. That's how I feel Lonzo Ball is. And then you got Jordan Clarkson, which is a great athletic wing that can shoot as well. And then you got Luol Deng, which hopefully in next year in free agency, Paul George can replace that and make that team even better with Julius Randle at the power forward, and Brook Lopez, which I felt like is a great that's a great addition to that team. Brook Lopez, stretch five that can play in the post. He's mainly a post player, but he can stretch it out and shoot the three in the post. That's great for Lonzo Ball, and that's great for Brook Lopez, that he has Lonzo Ball to play with. And Lonzo Ball is one of those players that's probably going to attract other people to come play with the Lakers. But as for now, we don't know. There's so much talks about Paul George that we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we'll probably learn soon. We'll hear something every day, every other day. It doesn't matter. You already know the deal when it comes to free agency and the big time players. But Chris Paul and the Rockets not gonna get it done. You're not gonna get it done going against Chris Paul, Stephen Curry, and then Klay Thompson, James Harden. And Klay Thompson, James Harden, that's an even matchup because Klay Thompson's a shooter and he's gonna have to run around. James Harden don't want to do all that. He don't even want to do all that. And then you got Kevin Durant and Trevor Ariza. Kevin Durant takes the edge on that. Power forward Draymond Green, Ryan Anderson. You don't leave Ryan Anderson open, of course, but Draymond Green can do everything for you. He can make a three here and there, play defense, get rebounds, be a playmaker. And then at the five, Zaza Pachulia, whoever the Warriors have, and then Clint Capella. And Clint Capella can't do nothing but really get rebounds and dunk, so you ain't got to worry about nothing for real. But like I said, this is not a great trade. Like, that's gonna make the Rockets unbelievable. Like I said, they lost Lou Williams and Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley is a tenacious defensive player that can get in the head, or at least that's able to stop certain players that with the point guards you have in the league right now. Stephen Curry, and you got Chris Paul, and then you got Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard. There's so many players, there's so many point guards, and Isaiah Thomas, that you need somebody like Patrick Beverley that might not be able to stop them, but can get in their way and mess them up a little bit, get them off their game a little bit. Maybe not every possession, but every other possession, give them a good little shove, play some great defense, do the things that you need him to do in order for you to win the games, and slow down the point guards that we have in this league right now. But with you losing him as not even a backup, and then you losing Lou Williams, like I said, finalist for Sixth Man of the Year. You losing your defensive anchor in my opinion, at the point guard position. Lou Williams, coming off the bench, 6-man, great player, makes shots that I don't understand how he just make every shot. He's like a heat check. He's great at heat checks, but you cannot compete with the Warriors with the team you have right now. You're gonna have to make some other moves in order to get other players to come there, and I don't feel like the Rockets can get it done. If Chris Paul would have been to the Spurs, this would have been it don't matter who they would have. It don't matter who the Spurs would have lost. The Spurs would have got somebody else. They would have probably got gave away Patty Mills, DeJounte Murray right behind them. Who else they could have gave away? I don't know. Probably LaMarcus Aldridge. They probably would have given away LaMarcus Aldridge, but I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna benefit the Rockets. Like I said, I don't think they're gonna compete with the Warriors. But it's your boy Goggles. Y'all comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. I'll catch y'all next time.